Next up, we got the Kick 6. Auburn's Iron Bowl. Auburn versus Alabama. Now, this is controversially the greatest college football game of all time. Of all time. All right, now we know this clip right here. I already know this clip from just by just looking at it right now. I remember this clip. But I've never seen the actual game. I didn't know nothing about the actual game. I didn't know about how big it was or anything. And I told y'all this is my first time even getting into like watching a lot of football and stuff like that. Because I usually just play football and stuff like that. I never used to watch it. So now I can actually look at the history about all the things. So if y'all want more college reactions, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also comment down what other videos I should react to. I'm doing all of them. Alright. So hey, let's see what it be time.
It's November 30th, 2000.
Now this is a breakdown. This is gonna be a breakdown. I'm not reacting to the actual game. This is just a breakdown of what happened. All right, so
we're in Auburn. It's November 30th, 2013. We're in Auburn, Alabama for the 78th Iron Bowl. The number 4 Tigers have drawn even with the number 1 Crimson Tide at 28, and with just 1 second left, Nick Saban has sent out his kicking team for a 57-yard field goal, hoping to either break the tie or move on to overtime. Whoever wins here tonight will move on to the SEC championship and likely play for the national title. This snap is set to dictate much of the college football season, and you likely remember what comes next, but for everything that made it
special. And that's another thing too, look at the editing back there. See, this is what people don't understand. Now, I don't do no crazy edits like this, but I know what it takes, bro. Because I have done editing before. I try to get this deep into editing. Hey, shout out to this guy, bro. Shout out to this guy. Anyways, though, now that's another thing too, though. I forgot what I was about to talk. I forgot what I was about to say. I'm not gonna lie, forgot. Oh, the bowls. Now I know college football has a lot of bowls and stuff like that, and a lot of like little, like I don't know what these mean. I don't know what these mean. Like the Iron Bowl. How big is the Iron Bowl? Like I've heard of the Iron Bowl, but I don't know how big it is. You know what I'm saying? I know obviously it's kind of like the playoffs almost. So it's like I understand that, but I'm trying to figure out like how, like I don't know nothing about it. All right, let me just put it like that. But yeah.
And truly matter. Let's rewind.
Okay. All right.
It goes without saying that these schools hate each other, but that hate has led to some incredible performances and fueled some even more incredible comebacks.
Cam Newton?
The first time the game came here to Jordan-Hare Stadium was in 1989 when Auburn pulled off a 30-20 upset that ended Alabama's national title hopes, and possibly even worse, made them share the SEC championship with Tennessee. In '84, a missed block by Bo Jackson on 4th and goal capped off Alabama's victory over the number 11 Tigers. In 1972, Alabama came in as a 2-touchdown favorite, but Auburn blocked 2 punts in the final 5.5, returning both for scores to win 17-16. Legendary coach Bear Bryant even admitted that nothing matters more than beating that Cal College on the other side of the state. Recently, that statement has held even more weight considering the winner of the last 4 Iron Bowls has gone on to be crowned national champ. But for Auburn, after the comeback in 2010, the Tigers hadn't shown up in back-to-back matchups. In 2011, they put up 14 points, all of which came from defensive scores, before getting shut out a season later. So in the first quarter of tonight's game, when Auburn QB Nick Marshall took off for a 45-yard touchdown to open the scoring, it marked more than just the first offensive points scored by the Tigers in 3 years. It also represented hope that this rivalry could be competitive again. And, well, yeah. But it hadn't been expected that Auburn would make it this close, this quick. After Cam Newton made Gene Chizik look competent in 2010, Auburn struggled to replicate that success. Their title defense came up well short as they alternated wins and losses from October on. Offensive coordinator Gus Malzahn left to coach Arkansas State, and with him went the Tigers' offense. They tumbled from best in the nation with Cam to outside the top 100 in total offense in a season where they finished with just 3.
So Auburn, I didn't even know this. Auburn literally is in Alabama. That's what you just said. All right, now I don't know. I hope I don't sound stupid by saying that, but it's just funny though, because it's like, bro, how come all the teams got a beef inside their own state, though? Because I live in Michigan, all right? I'm from Detroit. So, you know, Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beef, bro. Why is it beef? We're in the same state. It should be beef with every other state. Why is it in our state as beef? You know what I'm saying? And that's just crazy, bro, because he said on the other side of the state. Now, I don't know if Auburn is in Alabama. I don't know for sure, but yeah.
Cam to outside the top 100 in total offense in a season where they finished with just 3 wins. They were winless in SEC play, and once Chizik got the boot, the Gus Bus pulled back into the station, and with it, the hope for anything that resembled an offense. While the turnaround was expected, it wasn't forecasted to happen in Malzahn's first year back. The Tigers entered the season unranked and needed some late magic from Marshall just to sneak past Mississippi State. After a loss in Baton Rouge, Auburn strung together a couple wins, and a shootout victory over Johnny Manziel in College Station hurled Auburn up the ranks. But 2 weeks before the Iron Bowl, it looked like their ride was over. Down 1 late to Georgia, they were facing 4th and 18 when this happened.
Let's it go!
What? This clip was this game too? Oh no, wait, it's not the. I don't think it's the same game. This is Georgia. Never mind. I'm about to say because I remember, dang, Auburn had a crazy. This is another crazy, like craziest football moments of all time. It doesn't matter NFL, college. This is one of the craziest clips of all time, bro. This is an all-time clip right here. That's crazy. These niggas hit up 2 people.
When
like, bro,
this
what
happened.
the fuck?
Let's it go!
Hey,
Up to number 4 in the nation for their showdown with Alabama, making it the highest-ranked Iron Bowl ever and just the 2nd time both teams were in the top 5. And unlike other times Bama has faced a fellow top 5 team, at 28 all, the Tide have let this one get competitive. While Auburn's turnaround surprised some, Alabama had dominated its schedule pretty much as expected. They were coming off back-to-back national championships, the most recent being their complete annihilation of Notre Dame, and were projected to take home a 3rd straight. They came into the season ranked number 1 and hadn't left that spot since. The toughest test for the Tide came in their 2nd game of the year at 6th-ranked Texas A&M, but even that wasn't as close as the final score indicates. Since then, they beat opponents by an average of 43 points. So Vegas was
God damn! What the fuck? Now, I do remember Alabama is like that. I ain't gonna lie. They've been like that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I really want to know how did Alabama even start for being this sweet? Like, how did Alabama start being this sweet? Like, when did it start? Like, was it? Because I remember they was beefing back in 1984. That's what they said. You know, that was around the time they first started beefing Alabama and Auburn. So, was it even before then? Alabama was sweet even before then? Like,
being polite to give this just a 10-point spread. With A.J. McCarron, Amari Cooper, and T.J. Yeldon, most believed their offense would be too much for Auburn to handle. The only person reckless enough to not pick Bama was Sir Charles Barkley.
But Nick Marshall's going to come up big, and first of all, it's not going to be an upset. Okay, all right.
And once Alabama's offense woke up in the 2nd quarter, it looked like Chuck was right, at least about there not being an upset. McCarron hit Jalston Fowler for their first score, then connected with Kevin Norwood for a 20-yard touchdown after a Trey Mason fumble gave them a short field. Following an Auburn punt, Yeldon barreled in to make it 21 unanswered for Alabama.
yeah.
And even though they haven't held onto that lead, they're still in position to win it right here. But from 57 yards out, this kick is essentially a different type of Hail Mary that left even Vern and Gary confused.
They're going to try a field goal?
60 minutes ago, it would have made a little more sense. Alabama's kicker, senior Cade Foster, came into this game on a roll. He hadn't missed a field goal attempt since his first.
Hey, shout out to this dude, bro. This video is like immaculate, bro. I might have to subscribe to this dude. Hey, what other type of videos he be posting? You might start read to this more. Hey, y'all like this dude? Hey, hit the like button if y'all want more of this dude, bro. Because this dude, hey, I'm entertained. I'm entertained.
Cade Foster came into this game on a roll. He hadn't missed a field goal attempt since his first try of the season and had even drilled a 53-yarder against Ole Miss. But tonight, that went out the window. In the first quarter, he sent a 44-yard kick wide left. A chance at redemption wouldn't come until the start of the 4th, which he knocked through from 28 yards.
Why he do that with his
chance at redemption wouldn't come until the start of the fourth.
Why he do that? Usually people just like stand up and then they slowly inch up and then they kick it. He like stands up, falls on his left foot, then walks forward. It looks very ugly, but if it worked for him. So
which he knocked through from 28 yards out, but a false start penalty forced a re-kick from 33, which he badly missed, again to the left. 9 minutes later, Saban avoided his struggling kicker, going for it on 4th down instead of attempting a 30-yard field goal that would put them up 10, a gamble that didn't work out. Foster would later get a chance to put Bama up double digits late, but
Foster kicks it, and it's going to be wide left. It's blocked. It's blocked.
it just wouldn't be his night. By the time Alabama was looking at a 57-yarder to win it, Foster had lost his chance to play the hero. He was replaced by a freshman kicker who even Vern didn't know.
It's Adrian Griffin.
It's actually...
Why they put him in now, though? They should, if they was going to do this, they should at least put him in the last kick. You know what I'm saying? After my kicker missed 2 field goals in a row, I'm taking you out. You're out the game. I'm not letting it get to a 3rd, 4th. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that shit. He should have took him out last time, you know what I'm saying? Because now he's a freshman, bro. Just look at me niggas in the crowd, bro. This is a freshman about to kick a 75 million yard field goal right now. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro is under pressure. You feel me? So it's like, I would at least give him some practice with the last field goal. Last field goal was real easy. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like, what, 20 yards or something like that. That was real easy, nice little, to calm your nerves. Now, especially him practicing on the sideline, he can, you feel me? It's easy now.
Adam Griffith, who had only attempted 2 kicks all season, making 1 from 20.
Nigga, what the fuck? You put him in now? You put him in now. Out of all the time in the world. This nigga kicked 2 kicks. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you serious? 2 attempts, bro. That's crazy, bro. Hey, and the fact that Nick Saban even put you in is big. That's big. He got a lot of trust in you, bro.
Adam Griffith, who had only attempted 2 kicks all season, making 1 from 20 and missing the other from 30. Whether Saban had seen enough of Foster or didn't want to further shake the senior in case he was needed in overtime, Griffith lined up with 1 second left, looking to end it. But wait, who's this little guy down here? So that's senior cornerback Chris Davis. He's a real long way from the ball, but a moment earlier, he wasn't even on the field. Auburn originally sent fellow DB Ryan Smith to the end zone in case the kick came up short, but realizing they had someone a little better at returns, called a timeout to make the switch. Davis, one of just a handful of players remaining from the Tigers' 2010 national championship, was leading the nation in punt return average. Ooh. Against Tennessee, even after a muff, he took one to the house, which sparked an Auburn rout. And afterwards, let the media know he didn't need much to do something special.
I seen that I had a little space. You know, all I need is a little crease, and I can do something with the ball like that.
On top of those duties, he entered tonight as Auburn's leading tackler. But while he added another 10 to his total, back in the 4th, Auburn probably wished their top defensive back had been closer to the action on one play in particular. With Alabama in the shadow of their goalpost following an Auburn punt, Davis was up at the line playing the contain on an expected rush attempt. But coming off the play action, McCarron unloaded one deep to the opposite side of the field. Damn. Amari Cooper just had to shake off one would-be tackler, while the trailing corner could only watch as Alabama took a 7-point lead.
Damn.
And when Auburn got the ball back, still trailing 28-21 with 2.5 minutes remaining, it felt like Bama's defense would hang on. The Tigers' last 4 drives had ended with 3 punts and a turnover on downs, as the Tide had clamped down on their use of the option. It felt like only a matter of time, considering they were facing a quarterback who began his career as a 3-star defensive back at Georgia, and was still just in his first season leading the Auburn offense. But, as he'd been asked to do throughout the season, Marshall once again looked to bail Auburn out with under a minute to play. After handing it off to Trey Mason for 6 straight rushes, Marshall kept the ball himself. As the defender bit, he found Sammy Coates with nothing but space around him. And now, both sides hope for a different sort of miracle. The fact that there's still 1 second on the clock is a pretty good start for Alabama. Starting from their own 29 with just 25 seconds remaining, the idea of getting close enough even for a Hail Mary pass took a hit when McCarron had to dance around the pocket before getting rid of the ball, which quickly killed 9 seconds. Alabama then seemed content to head to overtime, but on second down, Yeldon gained enough that Saban called one of their 2 remaining timeouts. With 7 seconds left, the booth expected an end zone shot.
Here comes Alabama's Hail Mary.
But instead, they ran the same draw, which Yeldon took toward the Alabama sideline. He was met by Chris Davis, who not only forced him out, but unintentionally became an obstacle for Yeldon that kept him from actually reaching the sideline until after the clock hit 0.
This nigga is retarded. And that's the same dude. That's the same dude. That's the same dude, bro. That's the same dude.
He was met by Chris Davis, who not only forced him out, but unintentionally became an obstacle for Yeldon that kept him from actually reaching the sideline until after the clock hit 0.
Wow.
As CBS decided it was going to overtime, officials gathered and took a look at the play. Following the review, they put 1 second back on the clock, which brings us back to here.
They're going to try a field goal?
And from past to future, there's a lot on the line. We've watched 2 bitter rivals trade scores all night long, with the winner moving on to the SEC championship and possibly a chance at the national title from there. Alabama's kickers would probably rather throw out the game tape from tonight, but now they're being asked to win it here. Auburn is looking to cap off a turnaround season that few expected to happen in Malzahn's first year. And their senior corner waits, hoping to guide the Tigers back to the title game. After 60 minutes, it comes down to this. Welcome to a moment in history.
Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Hey. And that's why them walls, you gotta set the walls up. You hear me? Listen, you have to set the walls up, bro. You have to. You literally have
end zone. He'll run it out.
Perfect wall right here. Now, I don't know what the hell. Remember, these dudes still running around, bro. Find somebody to block.
Out to the 10, 15.
Number 10. Come on, bro. Yo, and he almost got tackled right here. Number 10. Come on, bro.
Back of the end zone.
You're going to break this down.
He'll run.
Number 10, he could have came, hit number 94. You know what I'm saying?
To the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Good wall. Number 10 did nothing the whole play, bro. Get him out the game. Almost stepped out of bounds, too, by the way. So this is very, everybody got the way. I like that. Everybody got the way. Number 29. What the fuck? Number 29? How the fuck you missed that?
To the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45.
Wow.
Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football.
And that's one of the most iconic clutch game winners of all time. All time.
Oh,
Hey,